Hello, I'm so happy if you were able to join me at noon. Crazy hair, sorry. I know this was last minute and it's going to be not chatty. Okay, I'm sitting quite far away from my phone. I cannot see who signed on. Again, I do know some of your avatars. So I know I just saw a pink one and I know that is Suzanne. And I know some of you guys by your avatars. So super poofy puffy eyes because allergies today. I'm gonna get right into it, okay? So this is a TED Talk for about 2 minutes and then we're going to stretch. So I asked you to grab a couple household items, at least one household item. So I grabbed things that are really fragile and precious to me, like this Analyte fossil. And I don't care about this, but it's a shot glass. And I know if I drop it or if I'm careless that it will break, right? So I have two things next to me. So if you don't mind grabbing a couple of things, that would be wonderful. I'm really happy to see that there are 21 of us here. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna launch right now into the subject of today, which is mindfulness. And I don't mean it in a broad sense. I mean literal definition of mindfulness, meaning paying attention to what you're doing in the moment. Right now, what am I doing? I'm speaking to our incredible tribe on Instagram, right? So that is what I'm doing now. So I'm gonna embody what I'm doing at the moment. When you lack mindfulness, so many bad things happen. When I lack mindfulness, so many bad things happen. Not necessarily tragic, but definitely inconvenient, costly, and bad for our health, because when stuff goes wrong due to being mindless, it can cost money, time, and fire your adrenaline for sure. And that adrenaline fire is what I'm most concerned about, meaning not constantly firing your adrenaline and then crashing, and then firing it and then crashing. All right? So I'm going to tell you a little story about why we're doing this today and why it might be too unconventional for some of you. If it is unconventional for some of you, I totally get it. You can just chat with our friends here if you'd like to. But for those of you who want to explore this and be able to do it on your own, please stay here and join me. So yesterday, Scott and I had a lovely day lined up. But I might have gotten the beginnings of heat stroke, so I had to leave golf. Big deal, right? And then we had an appointment somewhere, and then the appointment was down by where we were going to a concert, so made a reservation at one of our favorite restaurants. The day is fine, even though I felt really sick. Those kinds of things I don't care about. Not big on victim mode. So I felt really crappy, but we're like, yay, this is so great. Get to go to a restaurant, get to go to a concert. So we get to the restaurant early, which is a shocker, but somebody named Dina has dropped a shoe between leaving the house and getting to the restaurant. I'm wearing golf shoes and a nice outfit, a decent outfit, but with big chunky golf shoes with no socks. So I go to put on my shoes to go in the restaurant and we don't have any shoes. So Scott is really great with these kinds of things and he's not a jerk and he's just calm and he says, we'll look for Target, Old Navy, whatever. There was a Nordstrom rack about a mile away. Go to Nordstrom rack, buy a $20 pair of shoes, put on the shoes, late for the reservation now, have to call, sorry we're late, I lost a shoe, the lady laughed, go. So that's all good and fine, okay? So that happened. And I thought, wow, Dina, this is happening far too often. So I'm not trying to out my husband, but he's prepping for a 175-mile hike. So every morning he leaves the house right when the sun's coming up and he does these massive hikes. Well, it's 100 degrees here. He left at 6:30 this morning and at about 9:30 called to let me know he had lost the key to the rental car on the trail. It's gone. Well, we don't have a car here. It's a rental. There's no backup key. So he's still not home. We have it handled now, but it's hours later. The stress of standing in 100 and something degree heat outside to catch the Uber to go. Okay, so time, money, but what did it do? Adrenaline's here for me, here. And then it's gonna crash and then I'm gonna feel shitty, excuse my language. This constant mindlessness Whether it's from stress, whether it's from age, whether it's from no sleep, or whether it's just from doing too many things. It doesn't matter the cause. I'm not into the cause. I'm into the solution. The solution is the thing that we have practiced a few times together that includes narrating every single thing you do. And that is what we're going to do for 15 minutes. We are going to narrate what we are doing. So I'm begging you, sit in a chair or sit on the ground and follow along with me. Please have a household item of some kind nearby that you can pick up, okay? With your eyes closed even. So go ahead and sit up tall. Let your hands rest in your lap and take a deep breath through your nose. Ready? Breathe in. And now breathe out. And then do it again. Hold the breath in. Ready? Hold it in. 3, 2, 1. Breathe it out. Now I want you to narrate it. As you're breathing in, I want you to say to yourself, I'm breathing in silently. Ready? Breathe it in. I'm breathing in. Now tell yourself, I'm holding my breath. And now tell yourself, I'm exhaling. Exhale. Do that cycle again. Narrate to yourself, I'm breathing in. Ready? Go. Narrate to yourself, I'm holding my breath. Narrate to yourself, I'm exhaling. Ready? Go. Good job. Extend your left leg. Tell yourself, I'm now extending my left leg. Now tell yourself, I'm going to reach for my left foot. I don't care how you do it. This is not stretch class traditional today. Ready? Narrate, and then do it. I'm reaching for my left foot. If it feels better to close your eyes and sink into it, please do that. Now for 10 seconds, I want you to narrate to yourself, I'm touching my left foot, or I'm stretching my low back. Whatever you choose to do, narrate the experience so that you are present in its partaking. That is not proper English. Ready? Go. 10 seconds. I'm touching my left foot. My low back is stretching. Whatever works for you. I'm going to hold this here for 20, so 10 more. I'm touching my left foot, or I'm reaching for my left foot. I'm reaching for my left foot if you can't touch it. It doesn't matter. Narrate your experience to yourself. And then tell yourself you're going to bring the foot back and go ahead and do that. Ready? Tell yourself I'm bringing my foot back. Ready? Bring my foot back. Extend your right leg, but tell yourself you're doing it. Ready? Go ahead. I'm stretching out my right leg. I'm extending my right leg. Everything in the moment, present, and that's all you're doing. Turn your body, reach for your right toes. Ready? Tell yourself while you do it what you're doing. Ready? Go. For 20 seconds, repeat to yourself over and over what you're doing. I'm touching my right set of toes. I'm reaching for my right toes. Whatever you want it, I'm stretching my low back. Whatever works for you. And go ahead and tell yourself you're about to sit up, and then go ahead and do that. Pick up your household object and put it down. Pick it up again. Put it down. Narrate it to yourself. Be your own tour guide of life. I'm going to pick up this object and hold it for 15 seconds. And if I feel comfortable, I'm going to close my eyes, okay, while I hold it. Ready? Go ahead and narrate. Pick it up. I'm picking it up. I'm holding it. And close your eyes if you're able and hold the object for 15 seconds and let yourself know I'm holding this whatever. Ready? Go. Tell yourself now that you're going to put the object down. Try to do it with your eyes closed. Go ahead and put it down. Sitting upright with your eyes closed, please. Reach for the object again. Narrate that you're going to pick it up. Narrate that you're holding it for 10 seconds, starting now. Reaching for it, telling yourself what you're doing. Pick it up off the ground. Tell yourself what you're doing. You're holding onto a blank. I don't care if it's a pencil. I don't care if it's a vase. Whatever you got. With your eyes closed, put the object down next to you and narrate that you're doing that. I'm putting the object down. Go ahead and sit up real tall. Think about when you're cooking and you cut your finger. Think about when you're running around and you lost your credit card because you left it out on a counter, not in your wallet. Think about Dodo Dina dropping a shoe between the bedroom and the car. We want to get rid of all those experiences. We want to negate them, not lessen them. We want to negate them, okay? Sit up real tall. Roll your spine. This is a Sufi circle, as a lot of you know, S-U-F-I. Narrate to yourself. It helps with your eyes closed, I think. You're doing 5 Sufi circles each way. Do 5 to the left and then do 5 to the right. And tell your body what you're doing while you're doing it. Close your eyes and go. And go the other way now. Do 5 the other way. Narrate to yourself, I'm doing Sufi circles, right? Rolling out my spine. I'm loosening up my spine. Whatever works for you. And now reach to the sky. Breathe in through your nose. And then reach for me and narrate that you're reaching forward and stretching your back. Let your head hang heavy. And we're going to hold here for 15 seconds. Ready? Let that head drop. Narrate that you're stretching forward. When you feel the burn in part of your body, you can narrate that as well. I'm stretching the back of my thighs. I'm stretching my arms. Whatever works for you. You go ahead and do that. Go ahead and sit upright. Put your hands in your lap or on your knees. And sit with me for 10 seconds. Close your eyes. Ready? Just sit here and go. Alrighty, open your eyes. Without instructions, what did the mind do? Did the mind go bing, 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 and think of your grocery list and where you need to be at 3 o'clock and what you need to be doing tomorrow? Or did the mind say, I'm sitting here quietly, right? So let's do that again. We're going to just sit up and we're going to say, I'm sitting here quietly. And again, I know this session is not for everyone and I don't blame you. It's for those of us who forget and lose and cut the fingers and yada yada. So sitting up, close your eyes, 15 seconds, narrating to yourself, I'm sitting quietly. Ready? Go. Open your eyes. That's the key to meditation. If you were able to just do that for 15 seconds, you are able to meditate. I want you to sit with me, eyes open, eyes closed. Think of something coming up in the next 24 hours that needs to get done. Doesn't matter if you have to drive somewhere, do a food delivery, get your dog walked. Doesn't matter. Pick something that needs to be done in the next 24 hours. Okay, so just identify it. And then forget about it. Tell yourself right now you're extending both legs forward and go ahead and do that. I'm extending my legs forward. Tell yourself you're going to touch your toes and then hold that touch to your toes for 20 seconds. Ready? I'm going to touch my toes now. Reach for my toes. You do not have to be touching toes. You do you, whatever works for you. And we're here for 18 more seconds. Remember, if you don't lock up your quadriceps, if you let these suckers be, look at, there's engaged, there's not engaged. If you keep them unengaged, you're going to be able to bend further. 3, 2, 1. Tell yourself you're sitting up. Tell yourself you're going to cross your right leg over your left, and go ahead and do that and put your foot on the ground. Put your hands together in yoga prayer shape. Go ahead and breathe in through your nose and rise up. Narrate it. Ready? We're going to cross the whole kit and caboodle over the right leg. We're going to twist and pull for a back twist. Narrate it and hold for 15. Here we go. Twist and pull and narrate the back, the spinal twist, whatever you want to call it. Engage your core. Make this the best thing you can do because you're presently doing it. This is what matters. Three, 2, 1. Unwind your body. Tell yourself you're doing that right now. Close your eyes. Pick up the household object. Hold it in both hands for 15 seconds. Starting now. Tell yourself how, I don't care how boring it is, because it is boring sometimes. I'm holding blank. Put whatever it is down without opening your eyes. Try to keep your eyes closed as you put your hands together in yoga prayer shape and put your your right leg over your left. I'm backwards. Left leg over your right. Excuse that. Eyes are closed. Breathe in, reach up. Eyes are closed. Twist over that knee and release your spine. Exhale. Catch yourself narrating or not narrating. Did you narrate to yourself what you're doing? Keep your eyes closed, please. Narrate to yourself that you're unwinding. Reach back up, extend your leg. Bend and touch for your toes. Touch them or reach for them. Tell yourself for 10 seconds, I'm touching my toes or I'm reaching for my toes. Go ahead and sit up. Grab the household object. Hold it for 15 seconds in your right hand. Put it down. Did you narrate that last part without me nagging? That's kind of the check-in. Did you narrate that little pickup without somebody telling you to? That's the practice that we need to do. I was just washing dishes. Every single dish, because I'm so boom, every dish, I'm like, I am washing the coffee cup. I am washing the cast iron pan. It's connecting our actions, our mind, and our body. Actions, mind, body, mindfulness, less adrenaline, less time lost, less money spent. Go ahead and put the bottoms of your feet together and tell yourself you're doing it. Sit up real tall. Either push open with elbows or bend forward, telling yourself how the heck you're doing it. Ready? Here we go. We're gonna push it open or just lean forward. We're going to close our eyes, and for 15 seconds, we're going to tell ourselves we're stretching. Ready? Close those beautiful eyes. Good job. Go ahead and sit up. Extend your leg. Shake it out just a little bit. Take note of your right foot and your left hand. You're going to roll right foot, left hand out. Now this is not as easy. I can barely do it. So inward, outward, just isolating left hand, right foot. Tell yourself whatever you want, but narrate it. I'm able to coordinate my body, or I'm rolling my ankle and my wrist. The narration is yours. It's your journey, your body, your life, however it works for you. But tell yourself what you're doing. Here we go. 5 times each way going outward. Ready? And 1, 2, you can do it. 3, 4, 5, okay? Other side. Left foot, right hand, here we go. And outward. Outward 1, tell yourself what you're doing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, that's a perfect example of how mindfulness can just lose itself. And I'll tell you why. You're doing this, and thinking, trying to coordinate and narrate, and that's life. That's how things get messed up, right? Is now you've piled on a little bit. I want you to stick with the first narration that comes to mind. Go ahead and cross your legs, sit up real straight. Put your fingers wide, put your hands to the side, lean forward, just stretch your wrists a little bit. We're going to go right into meditation now. And again, this is a very esoteric, not thought process, but it's not, this isn't for everyone. But for those of you with whom it strikes a chord, I'm telling you, this is something that we can all benefit from. Go ahead and shake it out. Hands in your lap with the right one on top, hands on knees, upward, hands on knees, downward. You do what feels good to you, but we're going to close our eyes. Close those eyes. Remember the thing that has to take place in the next 24 hours. Now we're future tripping a little bit here, but we are going to practice the mindfulness of that experience happening smoothly, effortlessly. No adrenaline jumps, no time losing, no money losing. Absolutely being present when we do whatever the heck thing it is you choose. Ready? With me, starting now. I'm counting to 45 seconds. Don't worry, it might feel long, but you can do it. Go ahead. Walk yourself through it just like you're rehearsing shooting a film. Walk yourself through the rehearsal, you guys. What do you need to bring with you? Do a practice run of bringing all the things with you. What attitude do you need? Practice the attitude. Do it all. See it on the movie screen of your mind. Let it go. Clear the mind. Let it go. For 45 seconds, sit with me in stillness and silence and narrate to self, I'm sitting quietly. I am meditating. I am still. Whatever it needs to be in your own mind, convince yourself to do nothing but this. No outside thought, no outside care. Ready? You can do it, starting now. The clearer you are and the quieter your body and mind are, you might even see some color. You might feel some tingling in the body. It's so beautiful when you really tune in to a meditation and to just going with it. Just enjoy the magic. If any of you are having the magic, keep going. I'm going to keep it going for an extra 15. Do not open your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Tell yourself what you're doing. Breathe in. Tell yourself you're holding it for 6 seconds. Go. Tell yourself you're exhaling slowly. Go ahead and open your eyes. Put your hands together in yoga prayer shape. And on the count of 3, let's say it so the new people and the old people can hear. 1, 2, 3. Namaste, stretchies, and yogis. Just that crazy reminder that mindlessness costs time, money, and adrenaline. 3 things nobody wants to spend, especially the adrenaline, right? So if you guys have any questions about anything, I'm gonna open the door and show you the beautiful view. This is not the beautiful view. I can't believe how puffy I am, but it's really nice. But Scott's been outside since 6:30 in the morning. God, I hope he's in another car now, but yeah. Suzanne, thank you. Does anybody have any questions of any sort? You can ask me anything. I've got a couple minutes here. I had a hard out at 12:30, but the person hasn't texted me yet, so I've got a couple minutes if you want to ask me anything. Precious, if you're on here, happy birthday, darling. Here, Miss Kitty is, it's her birthday today. I love you, Precious. My family in Maui's great. There is no problem on our side of the island. So they're great physically, but everybody's in shock mentally. Absolutely in shock. Net's Pets, honey, thank you. Nettie, thank you. I love that you liked it. It was very, thank you, Nini. So good to see you, honey. What I want to tell you guys is to set a timer on your phone for 5 minutes and do that self-narration maybe for like 5 minutes at a time. So that's what I was doing. I literally set a timer and did dishes to my self-narration. That's one of the, I've tried everything, right? I'm 58 years old. I've tried a million different things to be more mindful. That works for me. It might not work for you, right? Let's see. Oh God, Nanette. I just saw that you texted me. So it was, oh, what a good coincidence. What a beautiful coincidence. Okay, so Georgie and Frankie, that's a huge, 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 huge problem. So if I'm washing a coffee cup and I'm saying I am washing a coffee cup right now, and that's what I'm saying, and my mind is still wandering, I do the same thing, right? It just takes a lot of practice. Erica, thank you. He's great. I mean, he's not great, but everybody is doing fine. Everybody's just trying to figure out the way they can help the best. So it's so bizarre and awful. Fariba, thank you. Louise, thank you, honey. Yeah, I do too, Nanette. I don't even know where he is. I think he Ubered to the airport and got a rental car. Oh my God, I'm so jacked up out with the allergies. It's okay, Emmy Smalls. Jilly Spilly, all you can do is try, right? All you can do is try. So that's what we're doing. That's the beauty of it, is practicing outside yourself and then taking the practice and making it your own, okay? So that's what the whole goal is here. Taking the practice, making it your own. Lolau, is it Olala? Oh, that's a cute name. Lola Ulala. Oh, that's cute. You're welcome. Alec Clark, Morgan and Francesca are both wonderful. Ma, I'm so glad. Me too. Lovey at the beach. Even Lovey at the beach, you're saying you'll do it daily. Even if you do it for 5 minutes a day, it definitely gets you on the right track. For Reba, good. So I'm not saying I do it. Look how out of control I am right now. What I do is I get comfortable and then I don't do it, right? So I think that's part of it's 100 and something degrees. I'm wearing like sweats and a t-shirt. And my hair is not quite this white, but close. Anyway, I think I get complacent like everyone does, and then I don't freaking do it, and then look what happens. I have to buy another pair of black flats. I already have too many, and I have to be on the phone with Hertz all morning. Like these are just examples in the last 24 hours. This happens all the time with me. Or nicking the finger when you're cooking, or dropping the mug when you're washing the dishes. All of it adds up. It all adds up to make you feel like your life is stressful and unmanageable. And those are lies. Those things aren't true. God bless you, Darabuse. So Jilly, you are going through a lot, right? So what you're doing is trying to improve a really crappy situation. And nobody in the world can get through what you're getting through easily, mindfully, all the time. But for goodness sake, if you can add 5 minutes a day of talking to yourself like I am sitting here in meditation, and it helps with the pain, that's a beautiful thing. All I can say is I hope it does. Fariba, that's great. And Lovey, yeah, it's just reining it in. Hot Senior Pups, I don't even drink. Nets Pets 100 there too, oh my God. Marcy, I need to start making lists again. Was thinking about that 2 nights ago, that a list would help me. I used to always make lists, but I got complacent. Lists would help me a lot, I think. So Erica, teaching him the focus now. So I was that kid. And what it does is I think it makes you, not for Mason, but it can have other implications, like make you think you're dumb or make you think you're scatterbrained. Or I know I took those things with me, like I'm so scatterbrained, I'm dumb, I don't do anything right. Like I can see how nipping that in the bud early is so very beneficial. Exactly. Red shoe in car. No, red shoe on driveway. We know what we're talking about, huh, Mama? Ellie, 97. Wow. Alec, I'm in Arizona. Still would have lost my shoe, that's right. Art used to help. I hope you can really find something that helps. Adventures of Emmy Smalls, I had mushroom coffee this morning. I hope it helps me. You guys, anybody else have a question? It doesn't have to be about stretch. Oh God, it's so hot. I have not been out there. I have not for 1 minute, not one time, sat out in the sun because I'm so fried and I'm so I'm being very careful. Hi, golfer girl Par. Hunter in Colorado too, my God. You'd lose your head. Well, so would I. That's why we're doing this. You can only work on it. You can't guarantee it, but again, remember this. It's too hot out there for me right now in my full regalia. Please remember this. Lack of mindfulness costs time, money, and adrenaline. Right? Time, money, and adrenaline. 3 things you don't want to lose. I'm overhydrated, Marcy. That's kind of the problem. All right, you guys. I will talk to you soon. I'm really, really pleased that you showed up for this session. Again, it was not for everyone. A lot of people do not have this issue. But for those of you who do have the issue and gained anything out of it, I'm really happy. Thank you for being here. I really hope to see you tomorrow. And I'm going to go check and see if my husband's alive. Just kidding. He's alive. All right. Lots of love. Bye-bye.